Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why some men seem to have women coming back to them, even after things fall apart? Why, despite all the tactics, messages, and carefully curated moves, some still don't get the results they want? What if the answer lies in how you approach yourself, your mindset, and your behavior? Imagine standing at the crossroads of ancient wisdom and modern relationships. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, men like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus held values that extended far beyond mere tactics. They taught the power of self-mastery, resilience, and living with purpose, qualities that not only define great men, but also make them undeniably magnetic. In this light, let's explore how you can shift your approach with women by first focusing on building a stronger, more self-aware version of yourself. In the next 7 parts, we'll delve into actionable steps, each rooted in timeless principles that can transform your life. This isn't about manipulation or games. It's about becoming a person who commands respect and attraction naturally. It's about understanding that if you're grounded in who you are, she'll be drawn back to you for all the right reasons. Part 1. Re-evaluate your game. Think about the last time a relationship went south. Did you spend time dissecting every word, every text, wondering what went wrong? The reality is, we're often so focused on analyzing others that we overlook the most important factor in the equation, ourselves. What if, instead of asking, "What can I do to win her back?" you asked, "How can I become someone she wants to return to?" Here's where we turn to the wisdom of the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, famously said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The secret to drawing others to you isn't in chasing, pleading, or playing mind games. It's in embodying the kind of person others want to be around. Someone grounded, confident, and authentic. Challenge. Take a day to focus on your values, your actions, and your mindset. When we make an honest effort to better ourselves, we project a confidence that speaks for itself. Consider this a reset. Focus less on winning someone back and more on becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts respect and admiration. Part 2. The power of composure. How often do you find yourself reacting in the heat of the moment, sending impulsive texts, trying to explain yourself, or desperately seeking closure? What if you could command the kind of respect that doesn't require explanations, apologies, or excuses? To do that, you need to master composure. The Stoics knew that emotional control was a gateway to power. Marcus Aurelius, a man who faced war, betrayal, and immense pressure, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you focus on what you can control, your responses, your patience, your actions, you create a calm, unshakable presence. And that presence, in itself, is magnetic. When you don't react impulsively, you communicate to others, especially women, that you are not controlled by emotions. You're unshakable, and that makes you stand out. A man who is composed is one who's attractive because he's secure in himself, not thrown off by every change in the relationship's dynamic. Challenge. Next time you feel the urge to react emotionally, take a step back. Breathe, observe your emotions, and consider the Stoic approach. Does reacting serve your long-term character and goals? By controlling your emotional reactions, you become someone others want to be around, drawn to the stability you bring. Part 3. Emotional resilience. When life throws setbacks, how do you handle them? Do you crumble under pressure, or do you stand firm, knowing that challenges are part of growth? One of the most attractive qualities a man can possess is emotional resilience, the ability to stay grounded and move forward no matter what. Epictetus, born a slave who later became one of the most respected philosophers of his time, spoke of the power in accepting what you can't control and focusing on what you can. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you show resilience in difficult times, you become the kind of person people, including women, respect and admire. In relationships, this strength is invaluable. Emotional resilience shows that you don't need others to complete or stabilize you. You're steady on your own. When she sees that you can face struggles without falling apart, it sends a message of strength. Rather than reacting with desperation or frustration, resilience allows you to respond thoughtfully and calmly, showing her that you are the kind of person she can depend on. Challenge. Take stock of the moments when you felt reactive or overwhelmed. Ask yourself, how could I have approached that with more resilience? Each time you practice resilience, you're building an internal strength that becomes visible to those around you, making you more attractive and self-sufficient. Part 4. Authentic self-reliance. Have you ever noticed how relying too much on someone else's validation can make you feel weaker? When we depend on others to affirm our worth, we lose sight of our own value. True self-reliance is about knowing you are enough without anyone else's approval. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and advisor to emperors, emphasized self-reliance as essential to inner peace. He said, "A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he is not." If you're self-reliant, you don't need constant validation. You're complete as you are. In relationships, this mindset creates an aura of independence and confidence that is highly attractive. It signals that you are not looking to be completed by anyone else. You're already whole. Women are drawn to men who are secure in their identity. Being self-reliant means that you're comfortable on your own, with your own company, pursuits, and goals. This doesn't mean you don't appreciate others, but it shows that you don't need someone else to define you. When you project this kind of confidence, it naturally draws people back to you. Challenge. Reflect on areas where you may feel dependent on others for approval or self-worth. Commit to building those qualities within yourself, whether through learning, developing skills, or setting personal goals. By becoming your own source of fulfillment, you become irresistibly attractive. Part 5. The allure of purpose and focus. People are naturally drawn to those who have a purpose, a goal, beyond themselves. If your entire focus is on winning someone back, you're signaling that you're not truly pursuing something meaningful. But when you're working toward a greater purpose, your presence becomes magnetic. The Stoics believed that every person has a duty to follow their own path. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." A man who dedicates himself to his goals and values becomes irresistible. This focus and drive create an aura of confidence, and people are drawn to that energy. A woman wants to know that she's with someone who has ambition, who's passionate about life, and not entirely focused on her alone. Having a purpose outside the relationship shifts the dynamic entirely. Instead of appearing overly eager for her attention, you become someone she respects and admires. A man with a mission doesn't need to chase anyone. He's moving forward, and anyone who wants to join him must keep up. Challenge. Identify 1 or 2 key goals that matter to you and commit to them fully. Whether it's in your career, personal growth, or a creative pursuit, make these goals a priority. By becoming a man with purpose, you draw others in by the simple act of living with passion and direction. Part 6. Mastering the art of patience. Patience is often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful qualities a man can possess. In relationships, acting out of urgency or desperation can push people away. On the other hand, patience shows strength, self-control, and a deep respect for yourself and others. The Stoics saw patience as a form of wisdom. Epictetus taught that no great thing is created suddenly. When you're patient, you send a message that you don't need instant gratification or immediate results. You understand that things take time to unfold, and you're willing to wait without feeling insecure or anxious. This is incredibly attractive because It demonstrates that you are centered and unshaken by momentary challenges. When it comes to relationships, patience means not trying to force outcomes or push for immediate answers. By allowing things to progress naturally, you show her that you respect her boundaries and the time it takes for real connections to develop. It tells her that you are confident enough to let things play out without constantly needing to be reassured or validated. Challenge: practice patience in small, everyday situations, whether it's in conversations, texting, or even while waiting for someone to respond. This kind of patience strengthens your character and signals to others that you are steady and mature. People are drawn to those who possess calm confidence and aren't easily rattled by uncertainty. Part 7. The strength of letting go. One of the most profound lessons in attracting others lies in the power of letting go. Holding too tightly to people or outcomes not only causes stress and anxiety, but can push others away. True strength is the ability to be deeply connected without being dependent, showing that your happiness isn't defined by someone else's presence or approval. The Stoics were masters of detachment. Seneca wrote, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." Worrying about the future, fearing the loss of someone, or clinging to a desired outcome keeps you trapped in a mindset of scarcity. Letting go means you have trust in yourself and in the journey. When you stop holding on so tightly, you become someone who's genuinely free and at peace. Letting go doesn't mean not caring. It means releasing expectations and giving space for things to unfold naturally. When you show that you're able to walk away when necessary, people are drawn to that strength and confidence. This is the final piece in transforming yourself into the person she'll be drawn back to, not out of obligation, but out of genuine admiration and desire. Challenge: reflect on any lingering attachments or fears. Practice releasing control over outcomes, trusting that you are enough as you are, and that what's meant to be will come. Embrace the freedom of self-trust, and you'll project a powerful sense of self that draws others naturally. The journey to becoming someone truly magnetic isn't about playing games or forcing outcomes. It's about embodying qualities that naturally attract others. Self-mastery, emotional resilience, independence, purpose, and patience. By focusing on these qualities, you shift the dynamic entirely. Instead of chasing someone's approval, you become a person who commands respect, someone she wants to be with, not because you're begging for her attention, but because you're a strong, self-assured individual who brings value to those around you. The wisdom of the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, reminds us that greatness starts from within. As you cultivate a confident and purpose-driven life, others, including those you may want to win back, will naturally be drawn to you. This approach isn't about manipulation. It's about building a version of yourself that not only attracts, but also retains lasting, genuine admiration.